The number one challenge is that research indicates that most acquisitions fail to meet their financial expectations. And one of the root causes for this is disparate cultures, like Hatfield and McCoy's kind of disparity. So, in preparation for this, one of the first things I do, and it traces back to the value creation roadmap question, is that a staple of a good session is creating an acquisition strike zone. And by that, I mean the portfolio company leadership team defines by criteria what constitutes an ideal acquisition target. And that is discussed with the deal team, who, in my experiences, these two parties may not be on the same page. So this is a good way to align. Going forward, we need to recognize, especially when you are in a fragmented industry and part of your strategy is aggressive roll up acquisitions to defragment the market. Acquisition integration needs to be a core competency. And if we go back to one of the axiomatic things about this scenario is there is a dearth of acquisition integration experience in lower middle market businesses. So we're potentially putting people in a precarious position. So bringing someone to the table with that expertise to coach them through it so that they can get proficient is a big deal. And it's the nature of how we go about it. We count on it being neophytes, and we expect to turn them into comfortable practitioners in wielding a core competency. So in the middle of all this, just know that it is one of the two most complex examples of project management I could possibly name, the other one being an ERP conversion. And as all this stuff is going, having someone make it their full-time focus is a big deal. It's like a super project manager that facilitates, manages, follows up relative to best practices on the individual functions identified for integration. And while all this is going on, there's the hazard of potentially forgetting we have customers, and that's not a good idea. This can be very, very intense and can take our eye off the ball with respect to blocking and tackling. And customers might not be as excited about that acquisition as the people who are trying to make it happen. And if we overlook customers, they may decide that, I think I'm going to work with this vendor over here and until you get all this under control. In the meantime, good luck. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of project management complexity to navigate. And it all begins with an eye on the same type of prospect the portfolio company thinks fits and the deal team agrees fits. And we especially work on the cultural integration because we want all parties, buyer and seller, to be as excited about 1 + 1 equaling more than 2 than we who conjured up this great idea to begin with.